Alright, so hopefully you've watched the first video with all the various vocabulary words. I know there's a ton. And then also examples 1 and 2. But if you have not, please watch that before you watch this. But if you have watched it, then you're in the right place. We'll get this going, make it short and sweet, and then you can start on your homework. So let's look at example 3. Now we're going to sketch a few things here. So it says on part A, it says sketch plane R and line N that intersects plane R at point B. Alright, so if I first sketch the plane, now when I sketch each of these, I want to make sure to label them. Okay, so here's plane R. Alright, so now I want to draw a line N that intersects plane R at P. So let's say it intersects it right here. Okay, so if it intersects it right there, then I can draw this line N, say it goes up here, and then it goes through P, and down here, and this is line N. Okay, so this would be a good illustration of what A says. So we have plane R, and then we have line N that goes through that plane at point P. Alright, so let's look at part B. It says sketch plane RCD and DCB that intersects at line DC. Okay, so I have two different planes here. Now I'm going to kind of think of this, I have zero artistic ability, guys, so I'm going to kind of think of this as like a laptop. Okay, so there's the keyboard and here's the screen up here. Okay, and we know that these two intersect right here. This is our line of intersection of these two planes. Okay, but according to this, we intersect, that has to be line DC. So let's change colors here. So this here is line DC, and we know DC is on those planes as well because of the name of them. Okay, so we have one plane that is plane RCD. We have CD here, so let's say the top one's RCD, so it has to have point R somewhere on the plane. And then the other plane is DCB. Well, we already have DC, so we know B has to be somewhere on this plane. Okay, so now we have the two planes. We have plane RCD and plane DCB, and they intersect at that blue line, which is DC right there. All right, let's look at C. Okay, it says sketch line M and line N that intersects plane Q at point A. All right, so let's first draw plane Q. Okay, here's plane, we'll call it Q, we're done. All right, now we have two lines that intersect at point A. So let's just say they intersect there. Okay, so we have line M and line N. So they're both going to intersect at this spot. So let's say one's going this way. That's supposed to be a straight line, guys. Let's say that's M. And then let's let this go this way. And let's say that's N. Okay, so here I have two lines, M and N, that intersect plane Q at point A. All right, guys, this example 4, it isn't really an example. It's more of just kind of to sum this whole section up. So take a minute. I want you to pause this video right now. Take a minute and try to fill out this the best you can. Go back and look at your notes and definitions and all that, and then we'll go over it. All right, so here's what I inputted into this diagram, or chart, whatever you want to call it. Please check what you have. You don't have to be word for word. These are your notes. Make whatever makes sense to you. But please make sure it is accurate because, like I said, this is kind of the main points of this section.